Talking to Honesdale Hornets football, Assistant Coach Gene Biscontini is with us. And Gene, exciting year. Every time you get to the football field in August, everybody wants to have a positive year and a positive impact. What can we expect this year out of the Hornets?
I'll tell you, the kids are really excited. They're anxious to get started. We put a lot of time and effort in the weight room in the off season. Did a lot of stuff in the spring and throughout the summer. Just got back from Westchester football camp. Kids did real well down there. We're excited to get started.
Numbers game for teams. You hear some 4A teams have 30 guys. You got other teams that maybe have 40 or 50 guys. Where are you guys sitting in the bigger picture of just trying to make sure that kids are coming out for football and liking the sport?
Well, it's definitely an uphill battle. Right now we're in mid-30s or so. Yeah, we'd like to be at least 10 to 15 more, but it's a process. It's not going to happen overnight, and we're hoping to get some success this year, and hopefully with success we'll bring out a few more numbers.
Let's talk about what you think some of the strengths are of this year's team, line, skill guys.
Well, quite frankly, we only lost one starter last year, one senior starter we had, so all of our kids got valuable experience last year. We have a big, solid offensive line, a lot of kids back. Our quarterback, two running backs, tight end, wide receivers, everybody's back from last season. Most of our defense as well, so we're real anxious to get started. Our kids feel they have something to prove. We struggled last year quite a bit, but kids learn valuable lessons, and they're anxious to put that to use this year.
You talk about the schedule. When you're the Honesdale Hornets, you're looking at the schedule like, okay, this team's pretty tough. You could go up and down, and every team kind of looks like a challenge week in and week out. But I think every team would say that, maybe in the Lackawanna or the Wyoming Valley Conference.
Yeah, no doubt about it. We're just trying to take it 1 week at a time. We're getting ready to prepare for Hanover, our first scrimmage. Then we have GR week 1. And we'll see where we're at that point. And like I said, we're not looking past anybody. We're going to take it 1 week at a time.
Defensively this year, talk about guys coming back and flying around with the football, and what you took from last year and what you guys talked about as a staff, that we need to do this better.
We just need to attack the ball more. So last year the kids were, it was a group of young kids, and there was a big learning curve, and a lot of times they were half a step slow. They would see things a little bit late, just because they were inexperienced. They didn't recognize things as fast, and the game's a lot faster at the varsity level than it was at the junior high level. And the kids, have come a long way, put a lot of time in, and we're hoping to pay dividends.
Can't get football out of that system for you. You've been a head coach, now assistant coach, and kind of what is it about the game of football that you grew up and just something that you're passionate about?
Yeah, it's been a part of my life, all my life since I was 7 years old. This is my 28th year coaching. It's just something that kind of bred into me. Old Forge native. I've been up at Honesdale since 1990, but quite frankly, it's just the competitive aspect of it, the life lessons of it. Nothing comes easy. You have to work hard for everything you get, and it teaches kids some valuable lessons. And in today's day and age, that's something that's really important.
Well, Coach, great to see you here in your hometown, Old Forge, and we wish you the very best.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Alex Atchley joining us for the Honesdale Hornets. He is just a sophomore at 6'5", 305, so nice size up front. Alex, let's talk about just growing from your freshman year to your sophomore year. How much taller did you get? How much more weight?
So from my last year, actually, I was 336 pounds, and so I lost a lot of weight in the off season. They said for me to lose some bad weight, and so my father helped me out tremendously with that, and I got down to 305, and I feel 100 times better. I'm 100 times faster. I grew about 2 inches since last year, and yeah, just Coach Bisco just helping us out with strength. The strength has been coming on, the bad weight's been going off, and we haven't looked back from then.
Yeah, face looks healthy for you. Haven't seen you since ever, but nonetheless, you look like you're a healthy young man as you head here into the sophomore year, knowing that football could be something that could be a bread and butter thing for you because you like the game. You're a nice sized young man. What is it about the game that you enjoy?
I just love the teamwork. It just takes the whole entire team in a unit, and being able to hang out with your friends every day, going out and playing a game that you all love and you all share the same feeling towards something is just a really cool thing. So that's mainly what it is, just teamwork, and obviously the game, you grew up loving it, watching it, and So yeah.
Let's talk about the guys around you up front. Obviously, you're going to be some part of that offensive line, if not more than one piece, because you're so big. But talk about some of those other components up front.
Me starting on the left side, we got me from the left tackle, and then on the left guard, we actually have a position open for the left guard. We have another sophomore in my grade. He's about 6'2", about 275, and he's going to be a good. He's going to be a good key for us if he shows up. And then our center, Jake Hodder, he's about 5'8". He played last year on the left side, left guard, but our center, Barry Davis, this year is not able to play because of concussion. So that took a toll on us for our offensive line-wise. And then our right guard, Isaiah Sims, he's about 6'6", about 280. He's very, very quick, very quick. He played defensive line for us last year, and he's been phenomenal for us. And then our right tackle, Kenny Huber, 6'6". He played right tackle for us last year. Big offensive line. We got a big up front.
The heck are you guys eating up there? 6'6", 6'6", and 6'5". Jeepers, cats. As far as the skill guys this year, a lot of guys are back. Who do you see as possibly some weapons between your quarterback or running backs or receivers?
Yeah, our running back, Garen Barnes, and our fullback, Will Freeman, they're phenomenal. They're unbelievable. They're so athletic. The two of them in the backfield, probably arguably the best in the Northeast, I'd say. Our quarterback, Ethan Dunn, he played last year. He started the first 3 games. Then we made a little bit switch, but then he came back in the offseason. He made so much improvements, and he's back at the quarterback spot. Then we have a few wide receivers. We have an upcoming sophomore named Luke Bancroft. He showed our coaches at team camp this year that he can show and he can do a lot for us this year.
But as far as other sports that you play, what have you played at Honesdale?
I played defense, basketball. I started playing basketball probably 3rd grade. And the coaches wanted me to play because I was so big, and then so I've been playing that all my life. Then I played also ice hockey for I think 10 years since I was 5, and so that actually helped me a lot with my footwork and my speed.
Well, you're an active guy. I know you did a little track and field as well last year, so you're trying different sports, working hard.
Yes, sir.
Well, we wish you the very best. Great to see you here at our Carol and Janelle.
Yep, thank you for having me.
Bo Freeman joining us from the Honesdale Hornets football team. And Bo, let's talk a little bit about, here it is, senior year. I'm sure you're pretty excited. You guys want to win some games. You have a lot of players back, but you guys got to go out and do it. And that's not easy with your roster size isn't that big. It's in the 30s, but a lot of teams are looking at the same thing of maybe a little bigger school. How are you guys going to get some wins this year?
Well, basically we got a lot of returning players that started last year, and with that comes a lot more confidence and a lot stronger than last year too. So we're looking to go off that.
Confidence will grow though too as a win or two happen.
Yeah,
talk about trying to get a win in week 1 or week 2 or week 3, trying to get a win to maybe boost some of these other guys' confidence.
Well, that's basically what we're looking for is week 1 and GAR. So we're looking to feed off that, win that, and keep going. So
the size up front, pretty rare. A couple of 6'6" and a 6'5", but talk about those guys up front. Do they have what it takes to move some people around?
Definitely. I mean, they're big boys, but they do have the heart to win, and they like football. So
talk about the backfield. You're going to be in the backfield as a fullback. How about some guys around you back there?
Well, we got 2 more running backs, or 3 and 4. It's Garen Barnes and then Andy Carroll, and they're both decent-sized kids, and they're fast. And I like playing next to them because I can trust them.
Defensively, you're a linebacker, so talk about the linebacking core this year.
Yeah. We're running a 4-4, so we have another inside, which is Dylan Canfield, and he goes after the ball well. And then our 2 outsides are Nick Velocich and Cam Baker, and they're both speedy guys that are looking to hit. So.
You also do some wrestling there at Honesdale. Talk about the wrestling team.
We did amazing this year, I thought. So, but we also have a bunch of kids from the wrestling team that play football too. So we're close to each other, which I thought helps a lot.
What weight did you wrestle at last year?
195.
Can talk about your successes last year.
Well, it was my first year, so I didn't really know exactly what I was doing. So I kind of just threw myself around there. But I was a district 5th, and as a team, we made it to states this year and won a district title. So
first year wrestler making it 5th, that's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
He's the natural athlete. Of course, Honesdale, those guys always grind it out on the mat. As far as the future aspirations for you here, your senior year, what's next for you at college?
Well, I want to be a state trooper, so I'm looking to go somewhere towards criminal justice and maybe start working at the correctional office, like at the prison. So.
All right, sounds pretty interesting. Of course, good luck here as camp gets ready to get started next week, all right?
Thank you.
Ethan Dunn joining us from the Honesdale football team. And Ethan, here you are coming into your junior year, playing quarterback. And you got a lot of guys back from last year. But you guys need to have some success. Talk about trying to get that success early. It's going to start the first day of camp. You guys need to get after it when the pads get on. Talk about what you're looking forward to.
Well, I'm pretty excited this first week coming up. All season, intramurals, team camps, and building a lot of chemistry. I'm really excited to get going.
Let's talk about some of the weapons that you have offensively. Who are some guys that you think you could get the ball to?
Andy Carroll, he's about 6'2", 200 pounds. I'd really look forward to getting the ball to him. Playmaker, Garen Barnes, another guy coming out of the backfield. Really excited.
How about defensively, Ethan? You'll be in the secondary, and there'll be some guys around you. Who are some other guys back there with you?
Bo Freeman, who's also here today. He's a big dude, real strong, looking to make some chaos out there.
Of course, the big thing with Honesdale this year is 3 huge guys up front. There's some other guys that are quality guys too, but talk about the size up front.
I couldn't be happier being a quarterback. Big guys up there.
You got to be able to not only be big but be physical. So talk about what you think that physicality will look like up front.
They'll be able to push some guys around. They've been working hard off season, lifting. They're not afraid to get mean, get dirty.
As far as the scheme this year, we know defensively you guys will be running a 4-4 over on that side of the ball. How about offensively? What are some things that you guys are working on? A balanced attack between running and throwing?
Yeah, I'd say so. Some sweeps, stuff like that. Outside misdirections, play action, a lot more play action.
How about the things you worked on in the off-season for yourself as a quarterback?
Myself, I worked on a lot of footwork, reading the defense, their movements, getting to feel the speed of the game.
Track and field, something else you do? Talk about some of the events you compete in and how well you did.
High jump is probably my best event. 6 foot was the highest I've got. Long jump, just about 20 feet.
Those are 2 respectable numbers in those 2 events, that's for sure. And of course, as you head into your junior year, well, I know you have a lot of excitement for the season, so go get them, all right?
Sounds good.
Talking with Justin Lobosco from the Honesdale Hornets football team. And Justin, good to see you. Let's talk about your work ethic between last year and this year. Of course, you play basketball for the Hornets as well, but what did you work on football-wise in that offseason?
I worked on my speed and strength. Definitely did a bunch of camps, lifted a lot this offseason, and I think I grew more as a player.
You're playing tight end on the offensive end, so boy, you got a big line.
Yeah.
You're going to help complement that line. Talk about what you see up front for the Honesdale Hornets.
I think we're going to have a good pass game this year. I think it's quarterbacks going to have a lot of time to get rid of the ball and everything. Our offensive line's been doing great in all these camps we've been going to. So.
Let's talk about your role as a tight end. What is your skill set there as far as blocking or catching?
I feel like my quarterback needs to get the ball off. He can always rely on me. I like to be that man that he can always rely on. But I also feel like I can give him some protection too if he needs it.
Over on the defensive side, you'll play defensive end. Let's talk about that D front, those 4 guys. What are we looking at for the Hornets?
We have a lot of options at D-line. I think we have one of the biggest D-lines in our league, so we should be able to get a good pass rush.
How about some guys that you've seen in some of the preseason stuff or maybe in the weight room in the off season that is turning your head a little bit saying, wow, I like the way this guy's looking for us?
Yeah. Like Andy Carroll, he's been maybe another defense fan. Jake Kabanek, he could be a D-lineman or a D-end. And Alex Cabbage and Ethan Dunn and Bo Freeman, all those boys are going to help out this year.
What's it like playing some basketball for Honesdale? Talk about what you like about that game.
It's good. I think we're also going to have another good season there too. Hopefully go far this season in basketball.
When you get back to the game of football, talk about confidence-wise, what you think you guys need to do, whether it's the first practice, the first scrimmage, the first regular season game. What do you think is going to hopefully set the tone for Honesdale this year?
I think we're going to come out the first game and get the win and do good. Make a stand and turn everyone's heads.
All right. Well, we'll go get them, and we wish you the very best.
Thank you.